Hello my fellow warmongers, and how is everyone doing today? Alright, it's Feral War here. Welcome to another replay for Total War Warhammer. So guys, in this game we're going with the spunky, arrogant High Elves versus the strong, overpowered Lizardmen. And this, guys, is how you play High Elves. How you play High Elves is with finesse, tactics, and strategy. You don't just hit the other opponent right in the face and hope to get a win out of that. That never works with the High Elves. So for my army, I've got a prince on a star dragon, a mage on a horse with the lore of light, with the net and banishment, a noble on foot, so he would get knocked around instead of getting dish damage on him, 4 spearmen, 1 sword masters of Hoeth, 1 phoenix guard, and 4 Lothern sea guard. As for my opponent, he's got Kroggar on his faithless Carnosaur Grimlock with all the full kit, 2 temple guards, 2 horned ones, 3 feral stegodons, a stegodon with the revivification crystal, and this king priest on a pterodon and the king priest of what lore is it? The Celestial Lord, I don't remember its name, with chain lightning, the lightning of Aaron, the lightning bolt of Aranon, and wind blast. As you can see, my opponent went with like an in-your-face kind of build, with temple guard holding the infantry in the front while the stegodons doing the damage, with the horned one to flank and the revivification crystal to keep the stegodons and Kroggar fighting, with this king just there to harass and just destroy the other infantry and make the other opponent attack you. So guys, we will see how this goes, and as I said, this is how you play High Elves with finesse and strategy. See you in the game. Alright, you guys, so for our game, as I mentioned the units before, I'll go into formations. So for my formation, I've got the spearmen on each flank with the sword masters of Hoeth in the center over there, just in case he has some kind of strong infantry coming in, they can actually deal with them, with the infantry holding the line. For the rear, I've got my phoenix guard standing guard here on these 2 Lothern sea guard, with the other 2 Lothern sea guard over there, with my mage of light with just his net and banishment standing over there with his 2 items, the prince and a nobleman for that beautiful armor piercing anti-large damage. And I have him actually on foot, so in case he gets on a fight with Kroggar or whatever Carnosaur or whatever big thing he comes through, he'll actually get knocked around instead of just getting dished the damage in. And there is a reason why I have my Lothern sea guard situated like this, is because if there is any flanking cav or a monster coming in, he has to separate his units. So he has a monster over here, he has a monster over there, he has a monster. So then if one is fighting there, I have the other 3 firing at him. Same thing with the other 2 over there. So I'll separate his monsters and then just deal with him alone. As for my opponent, he's got his lizards standing right there with the temple guard forming up his center, the horned ones on each flank with this king priest on the pterodon over there, and the bastillodon with the revivification with 3 feral bastillodons and Kroggar on his faithful Carnosaur Grimlock. I can actually fast forward there a little because there was a lot of running around. I was trying to harass him to make him attack me because that's the only way I had to make him attack me. I retreated a little to the back over here, so I can form up a line on a little bit of a hill. As you can see, this is a little bit of a hill, so he'll be charging upwards into spears and into incoming ranged fire. So this is actually very bad for him, but he has to take it unless my dragon will just keep on harassing him. As you can see, like, my dragon already did some good damage on these horned ones. Same thing will happen over there. We can still fast forward there a little to get the game going on. So I noticed he was casting something over there. I just moved my these units, but I kind of forgot to move those, or I didn't see it. I thought, okay, oh, actually no, I saw it and I thought, okay, it won't do that much damage, but holy hell, look at this damage, you guys. This is big. Already half a unit, more or less than half. So we can slow mo there a little. So right now, my opponent is trying to flank around using his horned ones to get into my rear. I was between a choice. Should I net all this over there and deal with the flanks, or should I deal with the flanks and then just have my center try to hold? So I decided to go with dealing the flanks and hoping my center will hold, which actually was not the better idea. I had a superior anti-large force over there that can actually deal with these horned ones. Plus I've got 4 Lothern sea guards, so if I would have netted this blob over here and then just casted banishment on them or something, and then just focused on the flanks taking care of them, and then I went back to the center, it would have been much better than what I did. Which is actually net these guys and send and detach a spearman from these lines and over here. I'm reforming my lines, taking back the Swordmasters of Hoeth and putting my spearmen up front so they can absorb the charges from the Feral Bastildon. As you can see, like, no damage came in from this. I'll immediately send in my Noble on one of the Feral Bastildons to start doing some damage. Very nice cast Wind Blast from my opponent over there, breaking up the spearman formation. Very nice, actually. These Feral Bastildons broke through, but they were met right in the face with the Phoenix Guard, and Phoenix Guard will do a lot of damage on the Feral Bastildon, no doubt about that. My opponent was not on top of his micro on this flank over there, getting his Horned Ones really attacked in the rear by arrows, which is very bad. They already rampage and they're going to come right into the face of these spearmen. Like, we can actually watch this charge and see what it means to charge into a braced spearman. See? Spears ready, boys, and nothing. No damage. The damage came in after, but on the charge, no damage. Dropped in with my Lord over there on the Feral Bastildon. Will immediately run away because he immediately sicked Kroggar on him. These Horned Ones on the left flank are taken care of. These Horned Ones on the right flank are taken care of. So now all his fast units are dead. And what he's doing now is he's sending his Temple Guard. Oh no, that's not that his spearman. That's my spearman. Okay, that's good. He's actually forgetting about his Temple Guard, which is actually making me win. But right now, Kroggar is sitting there in the center with all the ranged fire coming in on him, fighting Phoenix Guard and fighting Spearmen, and this is very bad for Kroggar. You do not want Kroggar fighting this kind of shit. You want Kroggar running around the map, going through units, beating up units, all that. But right now, all my ranged units are just free to do whatever they want. I'm doing breath attack damage on him, the ranged fire on Kroggar. This is just too much for the big Carnosaur to handle. And as well, I'm going to cast a net to keep him in place so these guys can actually dish out more damage. And I'm waiting for these guys to come into place, but this fucking Feral Bastildon is going to come back and harass these guys, but immediately I'll turn around and start firing on Kroggar again. Wanted to drop down with my Prince on his head, but yeah, he got a little away. I won't let him go though. That's the Lord of the game, and that's Kroggar. So I need to take him out or off the map. I can't afford having him in the map fighting. I immediately send back my Swordmasters of Hoeth on the center over there with the help of the Spearmen to hold the line over here, but right now with this pressure on Kroggar, my opponent had a mass rout and he called the game. So very well played by my opponent. The usage of this King Priest was very nice with the Wind Blast in the front line, breaking up the Spearmen formation so they wouldn't be braced. Was a very nice move from him. I gotta give him that. But other than that, he just didn't have a lot of things to keep my anti-large units busy. Like, he had only 2 units and the rest were just monsters, so my anti-large unit could actually do a lot of damage against them. Like, as you can see, his flanks, they did 25 and 31. These are spearmen. My Lothern Seaguard, no damage at all came in on him, and they focused fire Kroggar like a motherfucker right there. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please don't forget, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I hope you guys have a nice day or a nice night. See you guys, cheers, and have a nice day.